Can I have a beer?
Yeah, man, we got like 2 hours to kill before we can even see one battle after another because somebody in this room with his old man brain trapped in his middle-aged body screwed up.
Who are you talking about?
You!
Me? What did I do?
You got the right movie, but at the wrong cinema.
And the wrong time. So instead of seeing the noon movie as planned, we've got to wait till what, 2:30?
Well, don't blame me. It was my iPhone's fault.
So yeah, drink up. Okay, we're back.
You saw mightn't be saying that, yeah.
Did you hit record?
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
Yes. Well, I tell you, recording this video was just one battle after another.
The movie we're here to talk about. Welcome back to another episode of First Take, and we are here to talk about Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another.
Any new film by Paul Thomas Anderson is an event.
This one is based on the book by Thomas Pynchon. Paul Thomas Anderson, of course, adapted one of Pynchon's other books 10 years ago, Inherent Vice. This adaptation is a little bit more successful than that one.
And this is more loose. It's not so like by the book. So I think if he had done it by the book, I'm not sure it would have been as cinematic.
We probably wouldn't be talking about it.
Yeah.
Well, let's start with Paul Thomas Anderson, because here's a guy that, like you said, any movie that he releases is an event.
Yeah.
What put him on the map was no doubt
Movie we've discussed a lot about in our list highway of the
right.
top 10 films of the 90s. A big sprawling cast as well.
ensemble. Yeah.
His first dip into Altman-esque territory.
That put him on the map, but he was around in 95, 96.
96 with Hard 8, a.k.a. Sydney.
Yeah.
That was a cautionary tale. It was the final cut was taken away from him. He's had final cut in every subsequent film since Boogie Nights onward.
And he did other movies like Magnolia, which was also pretty long.
That's probably his most Altman-esque.
Yeah.
I would say that.
And then he went to Punch Drunk Love, which is a great underrated film.
And then he started taking long breaks.
Yeah, then he took longer breaks.
And then There Will Be Blood.
That's one of my favorite Paul Thomas Anderson movies.
That's probably his masterpiece.
Yeah, that's his first film working with Johnny Greenwood.
Yep. Great Johnny Greenwood score in that too.
And a real darkness to that movie, which was in The Master as well.
Well, it's about American capitalism.
Yeah. Well, I meant him, the character.
Yeah.
Daniel Plainview.
Which really gets into something I want to talk about, is some of these dark characters that he loves. Because I'm thinking about Sean Penn in this movie. But there's a resemblance of Sean Penn's character with characters like Joaquin Phoenix's character in The Master. That sort of damaged
goods.
And even Bob Ferguson or
we never actually do find out his real
name, but the Leonardo DiCaprio's character is really flawed. And even Tiana Taylor's character is really damaged.
Yeah. Around the time after The Master, what did he do? He did
Then he did Inherent Vice.
Inherent Vice, which is
it's a mess.
It's a mess.
It's a mess
of
a film.
I think it was a little bit too close to the actual work itself.
It seems like you're watching somebody read the book to you while you're watching it.
I think you said it best earlier. This showed and not telled.
Right.
And Inherent Vice
is all tell and no show.
No show. Yeah. I have not seen Inherent Vice, so it's a
there's no reason to see it. You know what you should see instead of Inherent Vice? You've probably already seen it. The Big Lebowski.
After Inherent Vice, he works with Daniel Day-Lewis again in Phantom Threat. Which is a underappreciated film.
I really like that
I really like it. It's gorgeous cinematography, in terms of really dark 50s.
It's a different setting for him too.
Was Daniel Day-Lewis nominated?
I'm sure he was.
I think he was.
But then he did Licorice Pizza, which there's two kind of pieces from that film that came. Alana Haim from the band Haim was in that movie, and she's in this movie. And Sean Penn, who played a kind of weird amalgam of William Holden.
I had no idea he was supposed to be
Well, they keep
based on William Holden.
Bill Holden. They keep referring to him he has this kind of Hollywood swagger. That was his first time working with Penn, and I think they enjoyed working together. And I think
It shows in this.
translates to this.
I mean, that's an impressive list of films.
Yeah.
I mean, and pretty diverse.
Yeah.
When you get into it.
Going from Boogie Nights to Phantom Thread is such like a
Totally.
wide range.
Yeah.
Do you think that's why he takes long breaks? Because he has to find or hone like a certain project?
You know, I
Because
never.
Alexander Payne is like that.
Well, a lot of good directors are like that.
But
Kubrick was always like that.
Paul Thomas Anderson doesn't have a lot of the worries that like Alexander Payne has. Like in terms of financing, I think Paul Thomas Anderson, he can get Leonardo DiCaprio, who is a very bankable star.
Leo has international
And this-
bankability too.
Has a budget over 120 some million.
Really?
What it said. Looking at it, it's worth it.
And I think to your point, you criticized directors in the past like Wes Anderson, you're sort of tired of him. It could be that he doesn't take enough time off between his movies. And he just keeps turning them out. And then
he
you
just
look,
keeps churning out the same aesthetic over and over again.
but when someone like Tarantino or Paul Thomas, when they release a movie, it's been a little while.
Yeah.
And so you're like, okay,
Yeah,
it's kind of an event.
Even though you may not agree, it's a conversation starter. Like I'm not necessarily going to have a conversation, a deep, long conversation about a Wes Anderson film, a new.
You're going to
Wes
talk
Anderson.
about the look of it.
Yeah.
You're like, there's some really amazing shots set up.
I wouldn't.
You're tired of. I think that's enough on him. But I would say, who he surrounds himself with, like a lot of good directors, makes a huge difference. You mentioned music a second ago by Johnny Greenwood from Radiohead.
Yeah.
This is their 6th collaboration. Johnny Greenwood is now Paul Thomas Anderson's John Williams.
Yes, they'd have to go a lot longer.
I know, but like in terms of like ramping up tension and all that, I think what Johnny Greenwood was doing, and especially in the beginning, where the paranoia amongst the French 75 is ratcheted up. But like Paul Thomas Anderson, even using kind of music that predates the film itself, like using Gil
songs,
Scott,
you mean?
using Gil Scott Heron
That was funny.
when he's on hold with the French.
That was such a funny touch.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
The revolution will not be televised.
The Steely Dan
Dirty
tune.
Work.
Dirty Work.
I really like
really
that.
good incidental old music to filter.
I like the juxtaposition of the Johnny Greenwood score with some of these choices,
Yeah.
these song choices.
Do you think that's PTA's decision or Johnny Greenwood's?
I don't know. May have been a conversation like this would go well here.
Do you think this was Johnny Greenwood's best work with him so far?
I think so. I mean,
I think it might be.
I thought
There Will Be Blood
There
is
Will
pretty
Be
good.
Blood was the gold standard. This is like comparable.
There Will Be Blood was my favorite score by Johnny Greenwood, but this I think now tops it.
I also like the Phantom Thread score too. Some of this also reminded me a little bit of The Smile, the side band that he does with Tom York, Johnny Greenwood. Had elements of that to it.
And the cinematography is amazing, and it's. I think this person, the guy Michael Ballman, who's the cinematographer, has kind of worked his way up from like doing kind of camera work. Did cinematography on Licorice Pizza, and then this is his second.
Yeah,
film.
he's
really
great.
Great eye. And
That one shot where like they're running across the rooftops, filmed I guess in El Paso.
And the scene on the road, you don't know where it's going, who's following who, and there's maybe how many other cars are in there. But just the way the perspective is
so great.
It's
Love that one beautiful shot where the cars are parked and Sean Penn's character is going to meet
The bounty hunter.
the bounty hunter, and that rock face.
That is so amazing. That's a beautiful composite.
Had elements of Duel.
Oh, Duel. Yes.
Okay. So now let's get into the cast. Why don't we start with Teyana Taylor?
She was a revelation. I had not seen any of her work prior to this.
Nor did I.
And I think looking at her bio, she did choreography, did music, and then she's only in the past few years has kind of started acting. And she's amazing. You can't take your eyes off of her.
She takes over.
She pulls focus in any scene. She's amazing.
She has to be the centerpiece for not only the plot, but also this like left-wing group.
Yeah.
Well, then we have to talk about Leo. He is definitely one of those guys where I mostly respect and appreciate his roles. Part of that is because he picks great roles, or he gets picked. He's worked with the best directors, the most unique directors. Sometimes he can just be annoying sometimes, and the easy target, I think, is his Irish accent attempt in
Gangs of New York.
Gangs of New York.
I'll have my medal back. Oh, Jesus!
But you know who's worse than that is Cameron Diaz.
Oh, yes.
Go back to the woods and leave me to my business, or I will open your throat, so help me God.
He's never done like a pure like out and out comedy, but like the one movie I thought about some of the things I was seeing in this film was The Wolf of Wall Street.
That
Very kind of
frantic.
manic kind of comedic, kind of mess, that things that are going on that he does so well.
He might be the most preeminent actor of our time, film actor of our time. He's worked with Spielberg, Scorsese multiple times, Tarantino, PTA.
Yeah, I really liked him in this.
I did too.
And then
Sean Penn.
He just walks up to like a caricature, and it's not.
He's a dark character.
Really dark character. And he has to kind of say some things and voice some things that we probably all disagree with. But
we laughed.
We laughed, and it's...
Yeah, there were times where he did this... I don't even know how to explain what he was doing. It was something with his mouth. Like he had this tension all the time, and he had these tics.
Yeah.
And his voice, too.
And he was so stiff.
Yeah.
And so you would laugh at him.
Yeah.
And the way he walked, too.
But I thought he hit it out of the park.
Yeah. I mean, the character is like this vile human being.
Yeah.
He added like some nuances to it.
Yeah.
So he's not just like this like cartoonish character.
Yeah. Sean Penn is still going strong.
He is, He's great in this.
Benicio del Toro.
He is great.
He's
great in everything.
Yeah.
I really liked him in this. I don't think you're going to see an Oscar nomination for this supporting actor role.
No, it'll go to Sean Penn.
Yeah.
Right. But he's reliable and he's good in it. He's funny.
Yeah.
Well, you know who else was great in this was Regina Hall.
Yes.
Her character is one of the French 75, and she's kind of like you said, Joe, like the kind of the heart and conscience of the film.
Because I think there's so many scenes where she's seeing something even before the breakdown. She kind of notices things, and I
think she's the one who really is the true believer of their cause.
I liked how you said it, though. She was the heart of the revolutionary
French 75.
I've fried my brain since then, man. I cannot remember for the life of me or the life of my only child the answer to your question.
Well, let's talk about the actress who plays Will. So she's supposed to be 16. I thought immediately this girl's not 16. In real life, that actress has to be in her 20s, and she is. She's like 24, 25.
What's her name?
Her last name is Infinity. Chase
Infinity.
Yeah.
She was great.
She was great.
You know, she's like a teenager. You see her like, her dad's trying to be protective because he knows like the underground, like this is what we need to be careful of. We've got various identities. This is what you need to do. She's like, okay, Dad. Whatever.
But she is trained.
Yeah, she's trained. She knows.
She knows.
So when Deandra does come to her in the bathroom, she comes with the code. She can respond in kind.
Which is like this was like she kind of maybe knew this one day was coming.
So she knew it was kind of bullshit, but like, but it's kind of like this is not bullshit.
I would say keep your eye on her.
Yeah,
like I think she's a good actor.
Yeah.
All right, how about we briefly talk about some of the more minor characters or actors? I know Mike Trout is in this.
Mike Trout? You mean the baseball player?
Sorry, Jack Trout.
From his IMDb page, he has like a fishing show.
He's really good.
It's good.
We got to mention Barksdale.
Yeah.
Wood Harris. He doesn't have a large part, but
it was
he's
good
memorable.
to see him.
The sort of minor characters who made up the leadership
of the Christmas Adventurers. Tony Goldwyn, who plays like kind of the de facto spokesman for the group.
Is he a senator or someone in Congress?
He has some sort of government thing. It's never addressed. He was in Ghost, as which most people know.
Is he the killer in Ghost?
Yes.
Well,
he's the guy that hires the killer.
But he's the best friend of Patrick Swayze.
It turns
and
out.
so Kevin Teague, who I had seen from like the 70s and 80s, and
he's in What's Eating Gilbert Grape. He was in the show Lost, I think.
He was in Lost, yeah.
And he was also in Emergency when we were kids.
He was also in Freaks and Geeks.
Yes, as Nick Andropoulos' dad.
That's his seminal role.
Yeah.
Did not like that drumming.
Yeah.
No.
I've never seen him act anything, but Jim Downey, who was on
it's a random choice.
SNL for like 40 years as a head writer, he actually plays a key role within the Christmas. He's the one who kind of sets things up.
I knew I was like, who is that?
Yeah, he's funny adjacent in this. So.
Well, I have to say one of the strong points about this movie is that it's well acted.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's dive into the plot.
Yeah.
The French 75 is you're immediately introduced to this revolutionary group.
In the beginning. Yeah.
And what they're up to at a younger age, they're all, I don't even know what year it's supposed to be.
The date and time is nebulous in this.
They have some cell phones, but sometimes you see they don't look like smartphones. Sometimes they don't.
You see a lot of payphones too.
And what would you say their mission objective is? They are there to like help immigrants being trapped in detention centers.
Yeah,
But also
they're definitely
attack
helping
the
immigrants.
kind of imperialist structure as they see it.
They're trying to like take down the infrastructure.
Yeah.
I read Vineland many years ago, and it's a difficult read. Some people love Thomas Pynchon. I don't. They're not the same names, but they're the same like ridiculous names.
The catalyst of this sort of, I guess you could call it the first act, is that Jungle Pussy.
They all have like their own code names.
She's walking on this table. It's this scene where
They're in a
They're
bank.
robbing a bank
They're robbing a bank because they need money
to fund their activities.
To fund their revolutionary activities. But our lead,
Perfidia just
Perfidia-
shoots the security guard. You know, not just warning him. She's like, I'm going to wound him or maybe possibly
Do you
kill
think
him.
that's the first time they've actually killed somebody in the line of their activities?
Jungle Pussy's like, we've crossed the line here. We don't do this.
and the only thing we left out I think is important in this first act is that you're really watching the relationship with her and Leonardo, but you're also watching Sean Penn. They humiliate him, or she does, in one of their missions. Yeah. And he is fixated on her sexually.
Or what he later refers to as reverse rape. When he's confronted by...
Which is something a
Christmas
right-wing
Adventure.
asshole would say.
So
too.
it's like, that's exactly. But it just makes me laugh. Rape is not funny, but just hear someone trying to kind of obfuscate about it.
He has a mission, which is to get her because he wants to punish her as much as...
It's more desire in some ways.
It is
It's desire.
We also have to mention this is the first appearance of a penis prosthetic for Paul Thomas Anderson since Boogie Nights at this point.
Yes.
Well, you mean...
That's not a real penis.
Well,
that has
you
a
mean
hard on.
underneath Sean's...
Okay, I don't want to get too into the weeds here, but there's a scene where she says, get up.
I was confused,
You're thinking, they're like, you need to stand up with your hands up or whatever. She's referring to like, get it up.
Get it up.
Which he is, because he's turned on by her. They set up how sexual she is.
Yeah.
With Leonardo's character, which is comedic.
Yeah.
I think the violence turns her on. I think that comes from the Thomas Pynchon book.
All right, so then is that why she's like almost kinky with
Yes, I think so.
getting it on with Sean Penn's character?
Yeah.
Okay. She's pregnant suddenly. And they even flash forward, I think, a good 8 months where she's very pregnant. And there's a great visual
Of her just shooting this like AK.
Deandra is like disturbed by that.
Her naming names just kind of sets off. All these people are either going to die or end up in jail. Some of Perfidia's family that are connected to the revolution, they're like, you're not part of the revolution. They know that he's got to take care of this baby now.
For those old ladies that are now looking after her daughter, their whole lives have been one battle after another.
Good use of the title.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My child comes from a whole line of revolutionaries. And you look so lost. What are you going to do about this baby?
Second act, you're meeting Del Toro's character.
Bob and Willa somewhere in Northern California.
Eureka, which is where the novel takes place.
He's trying to hold it together, but he's like smoking way too much pot. But he's a real paranoid dad.
Can I just say though, when they do the 15 years later, that's one of the things I don't quite buy. I don't know that they all look. Like
they don't. They look the same.
Years.
Yeah, he looks more haggard.
He is.
And,
I mean, Leo.
He's got a more straggly ponytail.
Sean Penn looks exactly the same.
And then you're really kind of meeting who the girl is. She's 16 now.
Benicio del Toro is the sensei of this dojo. She's like his number one student.
Yeah.
But I also like that you're starting to meet some of her friends. There's a really funny scene where the kids come and pick her up.
And that's where his paranoia kicks in.
That is a very funny scene.
At the dance, you just think it's like going to be a kind of, regular, same old high school dance. You've seen this on scene. But she goes in the bathroom. Some girls have left in there. She's in the bathroom by herself. And Regina Hall walks
It's all one
in
take,
there.
too.
And she says the various code word to her.
And this is where you see her training pay off.
And then it's also kind of her realization, like, this is not bullshit, what I was going through.
She wasn't sure up until this point.
He's called at the thing, and he doesn't know what's going on.
Well, he's burned out.
He's burned out.
He's stoned and watching Battle of
But then
Algiers.
They tell him that she's been taken, and he can't remember what I'm supposed to say.
Well, he's got all these code words.
He's forgotten all the code words.
That's a really funny
But then
bit.
he's able to get out just before Sean Penn and co. are actually going to come to
He
that.
has an escape plan.
Yeah, he does have an escape going.
And they're intercutting all this time, showing that they're making progress. They've been after people.
Yeah.
And
Which is really, it's just Sean Penn wants to find his daughter.
Yeah.
But,
who might be his daughter.
Yeah. Benicio's character is like really connected to the undocumented community within this town.
this is one of the best parts of the film.
Yeah. I think that's my favorite part of the whole movie.
So I think it's comedically one of the best parts, and action-wise, it's one of the best parts. And it's got some great Johnny Greenwood music.
It's a great balance.
Yeah.
His character is so paranoid, and he's basically just on adrenaline, just completely burned out, yet on adrenaline.
Yeah. Wearing a bathrobe. He's not taken the bathrobe off once since he's left the house.
No,
Yeah.
it's there till the end.
Yeah. No.
There's got to be some sort of symbolism with the robe.
He's able to remember something because someone in the underground was able to take pity on him, like someone higher up who actually remembered him.
Yeah, he becomes like this, almost like a Karen.
Yeah.
Let me talk to your supervisor.
I was trying to get the rendezvous point for my daughter, Willa.
If you can't answer what time is it, I cannot give you the rendezvous point. This is a key tenet of the rebellion. I'm surprised you can't name it.
Is this around the time that we meet the Christmas?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are their names again?
The Christmas Adventurers.
What's the Saint Nick thing that they say?
Hail Saint Nick.
Hail Saint Nick.
Yeah.
Which sounds like, of course,
Hail Satan.
like Hail Satan from
funny-
Rosemary's Baby.
A funny bit, and you're meeting them, and they're considering Sean Penn as a possible member to their secret society.
They mention they don't like having the members of the military in their group for some reason.
But they're checking him out.
They're completely racist.
Yeah. They're really, really racist.
They're horrible.
Yeah. Really horrible people.
Led by Tony Goldwyn.
Yeah. Outside the hospital is Benicio del Toro in the car. I just think them in the car together, they have like a great comedic rhythm.
He's got two Modelo's waiting.
No, he's got a whole six pack.
Yeah.
He's got a whole six.
But he gives them one to kind of calm him down.
And that sets up the third act.
Yeah. He sets up the
Which is, he really gets into the whole, it gets a little darker.
Yeah. Willa finds herself at the nunnery, taken by Deandra.
Which then ends up having an ice raid.
And then Sean Penn's pretty much,
Yeah.
he's got her. And he does this, I think, a DNA test.
Is that a real thing? Like these portable DNA
I
tests?
have no idea. I don't know the technology.
I just believed it.
It works in the story, yeah.
And is he feeling anything kind of familial to her?
No, he wants to be a member of the
It feels
Christmas
like
Adventurers.
it feels like this is not familiar. This is him just trying to tie up loose ends.
What Leo's trying to do to save his daughter and find her. Also, what's going on with her, she's taken to a place where they're going to really kill her. But the guy who takes her there ends up feeling sorry for her.
He's a Native American bounty hunter.
Yeah, and
But he doesn't like the idea of people killing
especially kids.
He first says, "I'm not going to do that." Well, then I just need you to transport her here.
I'm guessing are like another like right wing,
Yeah,
like white supremacy group, maybe.
Yeah. They're all wearing some of those police flak jackets too.
This might be a good time to mention too that the line between the city police and the military is completely blurred in this film. I don't know if that's a Paul Thomas Anderson thing with the script or if that comes from the
all the police you see, they've all have like flak jackets that say police. You don't see them wearing like their police hats and badges. They're totally militarized.
Yeah. So you don't know, like, is this the military? Is it the police?
And this is where the movie really starts to get into the climax.
The third act's great.
It really is climactic.
That whole road scene, how it's shot.
Yeah, it's so well done. It might be one of my favorite, chases.
Because I know they've used VistaVision for parts of the film. I think that was where the VistaVision.
It looks so good. Is this Paul Thomas Anderson's first action sequence?
It might be.
It might be.
I think it is. Yeah. And he does a great job with it.
She's just dealing with like one battle after another.
Yeah. Like the title says. Again, talking about how filming this video has been one battle after another. Finishing our video, the battery's done. So
I really like this movie. I did.
Good ending credits. I really like the movie.
You just graded the ending credits.
Well, I'm saying I like how that song takes.
No, it's just like the music was used well in this, and
Yeah.
just to end it the way they did with Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, "American Girl" was perfect.
What would you grade this?
Walking out of the theater, I probably said B+, and then just talking amongst us, I'm gonna say A-.
I'm gonna say a B+.
Yeah.
I thought the movie was a little too long. It
Yeah.
didn't feel. You're right. It didn't. You said earlier tonight that it didn't feel like as long as it was.
Because of the action, there was no lulls.
Maybe the movie went on about 20 minutes too long for me.
I disagree. But what's
Okay.
great?
I give it a B+. Yeah.
I'm going to give it an A-. I thought about that after we left the theater, after the actual showing.
Yes.
I gave it an A-, and I still do.
Yeah.
All right.
Trying to free detainees.
Documented migrants.
That
Yeah.
really hit home for me.
I did like the ambiguity of the time, like where this took place.
Yeah.
Which is why
When this took place.
It was a smart move because this movie could be watched like 20 years from now. People are like, this looks so 2025.
Yeah.
That this movie won't suffer from that.
Yeah.
All right, that concludes this episode of The First Take, and I think it's safe to say we all highly recommend this film.
Absolutely. Check it out.
Let us know what you think.
I have a little segue. I saw The First Take for Spinal Tap 2.
Oh.
And I'm curious, there was a third person there with you guys that wasn't me.
Doesn't sound like something we would do.
Yeah.
Oh. Is that when you went to the bathroom?
Yeah, I went to the toilet and then...
Oh, you went to the toilet, but then you went home, and then we went out to see a movie, and it was just this guy who was in the theater with us, shared some popcorn, we watched the film together, we invited him over. But it wasn't a replacement of you. No one can replace Joe. You're Joe. He's Mackenzie.
No, his name is Dawn.
His name is Dan.